Welcome back. It's finally fall, except I live in Florida where fall is basically just summer with pumpkin candles. I'm so excited to share these products with you. Fall vibes are my absolute favorite. I just laid my baby down for a nap, so that means I either have 2 minutes or 2 hours to do this. We'll see which one it is. Either way, I wanted to share my fall 2025 beauty favorites. These are all of the products that I will be reaching for throughout the fall season. And this is a good lineup of products. Okay, let's go ahead and start with my favorite fall eyeliner. This is the MAC Costa Riche pencil. This is kind of like a medium toned brown. It's got a little bit of a red undertone, but not so much where it's gonna look super warm on your eyes. It has the tiniest little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't really show up once you apply it. I don't use this pencil on like my waterline or tightline area because it is a little bit of a drier pencil, but I wear it just on my lash line and I like that it's a little bit drier because it stays put, it doesn't budge. You can smudge it out a little bit once you've applied it, but you wanna work fast. So this is a swatch of that shade. It's truly the perfect like neutral warm color. In the fall, I like products that are a little bit more on the warmer side, even though I do have more neutral to cool tone skin. But this one is just warm enough to give those cozy fall vibes without looking orange or red on my skin. And this is the second time I've purchased this eye pencil in this shade, so it's a good one. Sticking with the eye category, I have a favorite eyeshadow palette for fall. Nobody talks about this. I never hear anybody mention this, but this is the Pat McGrath Mothership palette. This came out a few years ago. It's a very heavy duty palette. She is sturdy, but the colors are just so fall coated. They are beautiful. There are some really pretty bronzy shades, gold shades. The purpley shades are what made me gravitate toward this palette, and those are the shades that I use the most in this palette. So I'll swatch some of my favorites. A lot of these have kind of a duochrome shift to them. So for example, this isn't one that I use very often, but this shade that looks white right here is actually like pink when you swatch it. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. So the shades that I use the most in this palette are over here in this corner, these kind of more purpley shades, and then this cream shade here. So I'll swatch those. Okay, so those are my 4 favorite shades. This formula is so buttery and creamy and easy to blend. They stay in place all day and they just look really pretty. And I'll try to do a close-up of the palette as a whole. I have my camera set up a little bit differently and I'm still trying to get used to it, so hopefully everything's in frame. We're just kind of taking a risk here. I have my back camera on for the first time, so I have no idea if you can even see me right now. And I just scrubbed that eyeliner and it's still kind of in place, so it does stay really well. Next, we have a throwback to 2016 when the bold brows were in trend. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I used this religiously when it first came out. I was obsessed with it. I tried every shade of brown and every shade was either too dark or too warm for me. So I took a break from it and switched to powders and pencils and all the other brow products that came out after this. And I never really liked how my brows turned out. So I went back to this, but I got the shade Taupe. And this shade is a much better match for me. Initially, I thought it would be too light, but it's not. It's perfect and it's got that cooler undertone as well. And I like to use this with the Anastasia 12 brush. These are a perfect match. It lasts all day through the Florida humidity and it's hard to find products that do. Update, baby woke up, but he is back down now for the moment, so let's continue. All right, I'm going to move on to the cheek category next. Rhode has me in a chokehold. I tried a bunch of products a couple of videos ago and I just keep trying more. The blushes are my favorite. I showed in, I think 2 videos ago, Toasted Teddy. This is the most perfect fall shade. This is Fall in a Blush. This is that really pretty bronze terracotta shade. This is a lot warmer than what I would normally go for, but for fall, it's beautiful. I also just picked up the shade Date Cake, which is more of a warm berry shade, also more warm than I would typically go for, but I do have both of these on my cheeks today. I have Toasted Teddy kind of out here and then Date Cake more on the apples, and I think they work fine for my skin tone. Did I need another blush? Absolutely not, but did the fall vibes get me with this one? Yes. Yes, they did. This one on top is Toasted Teddy, and then on the bottom is Date Cake. These just have the most blendable formula. You can set them with a powder, but you do not have to, which I think is kind of rare with cream blushes. I always feel like I have to set them with something, but these are really nice on their own. I do have to hide these from my toddler because she thinks they're crayons. And while I do want this color on my cheeks, I do not want it on my walls. So fair warning, if you have toddlers, hide these. To top those off today, I used the Kosas Blushes Life powder blush in the shade Swoon. This is such a pretty, cooler, kind of like mauve-y berry shade. It's really nice for fall, especially because it does have that kind of berry shade mixed in. I love the formula of these. It has a little bit of shimmer, but I don't notice it on my cheeks. Let me go ahead and swatch this one next to the cream blushes so you can kind of see. It doesn't pick up as well on my finger, but it does pick up really nicely on a brush. I guess you can kind of notice the glitter particles when you have it swatched on your hand, but I don't notice it on my face. Like if I look in a mirror, I don't see glitter particles on. The glitters almost have like a purpley reflect. So that's the shade Swoon. Again, it's really good if you have neutral or cool tone skin, and it pairs really nicely with these creams. Next, I have my favorite fall highlight. This is more of a rose gold shade, which if you are a summer color season, I know I ramble on and on about color seasons, but rose gold would look really pretty on you. This is such a pretty liquid highlight, and it lasts really well throughout the day. A lot of liquid highlights are gone within a couple of hours and you can't even see them on your face anymore, but this one does look good for longer periods of time. So this is in the shade Mesmerize, and again, it's just a really pretty rose gold shade. This little fall lineup here is making me so happy. Those colors look so pretty together. I have one lip product to share, and again, Rhode got me. I showed a bunch of these in my Rhode video, and since that video, I picked up this shade, which is Espresso. It is perfect for fall. It's a very cool toned brown though, so I feel like if you're warm toned, this probably won't be the best color for you. I wasn't expecting it to be this cool with this much like almost gray mixed into it. Try and get a little bit closer so you can really see. I have this on, but I'll put a little bit more on just so you can see what it looks like on the lips. And I think I'm just wearing Iconic Nude lip liner. Okay, so this is what it looks like on. Again, just a perfect shade for fall, and I think it pairs really nicely with all of the blushes. This and Toasted Teddy make the perfect fall combo. So if you are looking into Rhode products and you want some for the fall time specifically, these are the two that I would recommend picking up for those fall vibes. Okay, I have 4 more things to show. I'll start with this body spray from Lush. This is the Sticky Dates scent. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this because I heard it described as like a warm, caramely toffee kind of scent. And I like sweet scents, but I don't like them to be sickeningly sweet. This one kind of is, but not in an overpowering way. I don't think this is gonna be for everyone, but I love it for the fall. I definitely get the caramel tones in here. I get more toffee than caramel though. I don't really love the packaging that Lush body sprays come in, but the mister is really nice. And this is just so extremely fall coated. This doesn't last a super long time on the skin, but it does last pretty well on clothing. So I would spray this on my sweater before I leave for the day, and that helps the longevity a lot better than if I sprayed it on my skin. You do get a ton of product in this bottle. It's 6.7 fluid ounces, so it's a good bang for your buck. All right, my last 3 products are hair products. I have 2 hair oils and then kind of a little random add-on. So first is this Shu Uemura, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but it's the Essence Absolute Nourishing Protective Hair Oil. This has been my go-to for probably 2 years. I always just buy the mini bottle because the large bottle is obscenely expensive, and this little one lasts a really long time. I got this specific bottle for Christmas, and I use this hair oil almost every day on just dry hair, and there's still quite a bit of it left. So this does last a really long time. I have finer, more thin hair, so a lot of hair oils will weigh my hair down and just feel really heavy. This one is thick enough to feel like it's doing something. It doesn't just feel like water, but it's thin enough to where I can use it every day and not have it build up on my hair. And then more recently, I picked up the Kerastase Glaze drops. This is more of a watery consistency. You can probably see how liquidy this is. This is the perfect finishing oil for shine. This makes my hair look so shiny and makes it feel extremely soft. I love the formula of this, however, it's very scented. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, or if you're someone who wants to wear a specific perfume that day, this is going to compete with it. I don't really mind the scent of this, but It's very strong. Think like a Chanel perfume, something that is just gonna last all day. And you do still smell it when you put it in your hair. So it's not something that like once it's applied, you don't really notice it anymore. You're gonna notice it. It's like you put a perfume all over your hair. So I do wish that they would come out with an unscented version of this because the formula is fantastic. If you don't mind heavy fragrance and you have more like thin, fine hair, you might really like this one. Okay, and then the last item was a really random find for me from Anthropologie, and I don't really shop a lot at Anthropologie, it's pricey, but I was looking for some small hair clips and these popped up on their website. So it's a pack of 6. I only have 4 here because one is in my bathroom and one is on my bedside table, but they come in really cute little colors. They have a couple of different options with different color varieties. I think I got the natural or neutral version, but they are just tiny little hair clips. So I put my hair half up a lot, just very quickly when I'm trying to get it out of my face, and these are perfect for that. So let me pop one of these in so you can kind of see what it looks like. I was a little bit worried that they would be too small because I do have obviously a lot of hair, but it's thin and it's fine. So when I just put the top section up like this, it's the perfect size. I don't have a hair tie or anything in, so these hold my hair really, really well. They don't feel flimsy, they feel very strong and secure. And here is the back of my hair so you can see what the clip looks like. They have really cute fall colors. It's just the perfect little practical clip to keep in your purse, keep on your bedside table, and just throw up your hair whenever you need it out of your face. All right, so those are all of my fall favorites. I am obsessed with all of these. Highly recommend all of them. Let me know if you try any of these out. If you are also living somewhere like Florida, solidarity. Light a pumpkin candle, blast the AC, and just pretend like it's sweater weather with me. So I'm gonna go put a tank top on now. Hope everyone has a great day, and thank you so much for watching.